Hi friends, welcome to Bedtime Stories. So tonight I am going to talk about school and a little bit about my background and my schooling and everything I've been through because I've actually did not take the normal path for school. I tried, but got a little disruption, took a detour, and then wound up back in school. And then actually decided to try different avenues, and then wound up back again at accounting. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm just gonna take you through it and see what you think. So let's see. We talked last week about with my jobs and how I wanted to be a CPA. Like sixth grade, I was really kind of in this CPA zone. Like, I don't even know why. Like, sixth grade, you don't really, I don't know. I feel like in sixth grade, you're what, 11 maybe years old? Like, how do you even know what you want to be in sixth grade? I don't know. But for me, I just was just like so in my head about a career at such a young age and working. I was the oldest of my siblings, and I kind of had that leadership mentality. And I just wanted to work and help take care of my siblings and my home and my mom and stuff. So I don't know. I just kind of had that mindset very, very young that I wanted to get out and work. So anyway, so sixth grade, was like, oh, I want to be a CPA. I had thoughts of being a lawyer at one point, but then I was just so good at math and I loved math so much that I just kept coming back to CPA. Seventh grade, eighth grade, it kind of got a little bit stronger. I was really loving the idea of being an accountant. And then, of course, in high school, I started actually right after I graduated high school working as a bookkeeper at the grocery store I was working for. So that kind of gave me a little, touch into it. And I enjoyed it. I love working with the numbers and doing the books and, you know, all the calculations that are involved and figuring all the money and all that stuff. So balancing things, it just, I don't know, I enjoyed it. And so anyway, so my first intention, right out of high school was, okay, I'm going to go to college and go to get an accounting degree. And I tried that and I graduated in 2002. And that fall, I registered for my local community college. I had a full ride because, we got full financial aid because we didn't have any money. So I was able to get full aid for that, which I was so grateful for. But I don't know if it was just being 18 and starting college on your own, and you're just oh, this is your first opportunity to have a say whether you go to school or not, whether you get up and go out the door every day or not. Um, I don't know. I struggled. I really, really struggled. I think I failed every accounting course that first semester of college. And I was so stressed out about it. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought it was ever going to be. I cannot do this. I cannot be an accountant. I just can't. And I wound up quitting that fall. After that first semester of college, I was like, I'm just going to take some time off. And I don't know, what made me do that, because I, for so long, was just in my head about, being, I'm just such a go-getter. I was going to be something amazing. And for me to have that idea of oh, I'm going to take time off just didn't, to me now, looking back, doesn't make sense, why I would even think that. But I did. And so, I was I had just turned 19 at that point. So that was 2002. I didn't go to school the following spring. And then the following fall, I actually met my husband. So I was what, 20, I guess, when I met him. Yeah, I was like 20. And then we, started dating and whatnot. And then our relationship grew really, really quickly. And the following year, we were like engaged. And then as soon as we got married, like literally the year right after that, we were going to start having children. And I was very young. And my idea was like, oh gosh, if I'm going to start a family, I have to go back to school. I was like, I got to go. Got to go. I'm not going to have kids and struggle and, all that. So I wound up going right back to school the minute I found out that I was pregnant, and I just jumped right back into it. Now, I was like, I don't want to do the accounting thing because I failed it. I'm going to be a failure. I can't do it. Like, I was just really negative about myself with it. I just didn't think I could do it. So I wound up going for I went for hospitality management. Like, me and my husband had this idea that we were going to open up like a restaurant, and I was going to like do all like the business side of it or something. I don't know. And he was like going to be the chef, and like he doesn't even like cooking. Like, I do all the cooking. I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking. We took one semester of culinary and we were like, psh, we're out of there. So that was fun and interesting. And then I did also take like a real estate course, and then I quit that because I was like, oh, terminology is ridiculous, which is kind of ironic because I had just got done doing real estate. Like, this past couple years, I was doing real estate. So I did actually come back full circle to real estate later in life. But I did take some real estate courses when I was super young. So that's a little side note for you there. But I didn't finish because I was young, and I was just like, it was everything that was like challenging to me. I was just like, I'm out. And, it was a time in my life where I was like, oh, if something's hard, I don't have to do it. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. So we wound up, going it. So then I switched to, we quit the culinary thing, and then my husband got into graphic design, which is what he was meant to do. And that is where he wound up graduating in graphic design. That's his passion. So, and then I switched mine back to accounting because I was like, okay, I'm going to give this one more try. And I actually did wind up finishing my accounting degree from the local community college. Because I could do it. I could do it all along. I just didn't have faith in myself at that point, and I guess it just had to be the right timing. I don't know, but wound up finishing. So go me. It was hard, but then I started having kids, and that made it even harder because now I was like a little bit older. I was now at this point married and older, and then I had to transfer my credits to, this was an associate's degree that I had gotten from the community college. I transferred all those credits to the four-year college in my area, to the university, so that I could get my bachelor's degree in accounting. And then I had to go, another 2 years to go get my bachelor's. And that was even harder because at that point I was like on baby number 3, and I was like I was working full time with 3 babies at home, going to school at night. And man, that was hard. It was so, so hard. I almost like cry sometimes thinking about what a challenge it was, and it was certainly a sacrifice because there were plenty of nights where, I was trudging out there in the snow to campus, and, missing some like family events and things like that I wanted to be at, or I wanted to be home cuddling my babies or watching TV and relaxing, or, just being with my family. And I couldn't because I was out there trying to finish this stinking degree so I could be something, and it was really important to me to finish. And I did. I finally finished. Coincidentally, I got to the end of the 2 years for my bachelor's degree, and there were 2 courses that I needed to complete, that I needed to complete them online because I was working full time as well. Like our house, we had 3 babies at home. I needed to work full time. We needed 2 incomes. So, I had to do a lot of my courses online, and there was 2 courses that I had to take to finish my degree. And I think it was like auditing and like something else. And they were not offered online. Like I saved them to the very, very end because I thought, please, please, gosh, let them like wind up offering those online at some point in the near future. And they didn't. And I actually had to wind up, because I couldn't quit my job to go do these 2 classes, so I could finish my degree. So I wound up having to switch my degree major to business, my bachelor's to business, so that I could finish online courses to get my bachelor's. And what that did was it extended my requirement. I had to go a whole nother year to school so that I could get my bachelor's degree, because I switched my major. So just so I could finish. That's because those last 2 courses were not offered online. So that really stunk. It cost me a whole lot more money and a lot more time away from my kids and everything. But, it is what it is. I did it. I finished. I actually wound up doing so many credits that by the time I got done, I had enough credits to sit for my CPA exam. So, because the CPA exam actually requires you to have like way more credits than what you need for a bachelor's. So I had already fulfilled all of that because I had extended my schooling so long. So yeah, lo and behold, at that point I had graduated with my bachelor's, and my babies were, now like, older toddlers and, maybe elementary school at that point. And, I tried to sit for the CPA. I took 1 section. I cried through it. It was so hard. And I just didn't, at that point in my life, it was so hard to study and and to try and do it. And then, you saw through the video I made about my jobs, like I wound up going a different route anyway. But I used my business degree. I don't regret any of it, because I had used that accounting knowledge that I used in school, that I learned in school, to have the positions that I've had, that helped me get the experience I have to get the job that I have now. So there was purpose and reason behind it. I have a lot of education. I also went and got my teaching certificate while I was waiting to get my accounting job, because after I graduated with my bachelor's, I went out looking for an accounting position right away, and I couldn't find anything right away. And I was like, oh, I'm not sitting here waiting, so I'm just going to go get certified at anything. Like, if I can't find something, I'm just going to go substitute or something. And I wound up going and getting substitute certificate, and then like getting a teaching certificate, actually teaching. And I took the teaching exam. So now I can teach business, finance, and law, which I'd actually never even used, because I wound up getting an accounting job right after I got my teaching certificate. So one landed in my lap like right after. So, never got a chance to use that, but that's okay. It's a credential that I have that I hold on to in case I ever need it. But anyway, so yeah, so that was my schooling story. I've done a lot of other, obviously I went to real estate school. I did that. And let's see what other, I don't know if I did any other schooling. I was a big advocate for school. I love it. I think it's like important. I shouldn't say I love it. Like, I don't necessarily enjoy going to school. Like, I just feel like it's something that's really important for growth. Like, I do. I think, like, I will always encourage my kids to go to school. Will I be mad if one of them decides not to go to college? No, I won't be mad. Like, if they choose a different route, like, that's what they want for their life. That's what they want. But I certainly will encourage it. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my timeline of education. And I will be back online with you guys tomorrow night, and I don't know what my topic's going to be tomorrow night. I haven't thought about that yet. I'm going to try it. I don't know. I might be jumping a little all over the place. So anyway, I'm way over my time. I gotta go. I gotta go. I know I keep getting yelled at because these videos are way too long. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Sweet dreams.